Good afternoon, everyone. Today's topic is company structure case study. So let's begin our class. It's time for exercises. Match up the verbs and nouns below to make common word combinations. Delegate, give, make, motivate, take. And here we have nouns: decision making, decisions, instructions, priority, responsibilities, and stuff. And here we have the answers. Here are the common verb noun combinations: delegate, decision making; delegate, responsibilities; give, instructions; make, decisions; motivate, stuff; take, priority. These are all standard collocations used in workplace and management context. Here it's time for warm-up questions. Which department, production, finance, accounting, marketing, sales, human resources, etc., of an organization do you think is the most interesting to work in, and tell why? What reasons can you think of for why departments get into conflict with each other? Is it better to work alone or in a team? Is it more motivating to be responsible to someone for your work or responsible for people who report to you? And here we have answers. Which department is the most interesting to work in and why? I think the marketing department is the most interesting to work in because it combines creativity with strategy. Marketing involves understanding customer behavior, creating campaigns, analyzing data, and shaping the company's image. It's dynamic and allows people to see direct results from their ideas. Why do departments get into conflict with each other? Departments often get into conflict because they have different goals, priorities, and limited resources. For example, finance may want to reduce costs while marketing wants a bigger budget. Poor communication, unclear roles, and competition for recognition can also cause misunderstandings and tension. Is it better to work alone or in a team? Both have advantages. But working in a team is usually better because it allows people to share ideas, learn from each other, and solve problems more effectively. Teamwork encourages creativity and support, although working alone can be useful for tasks that require deep focus. Is it more motivating to be responsible to someone or responsible for people who report to you? It can be more motivating to be responsible for people who report to you because it gives a sense of leadership and purpose. Helping others grow and succeed can be very rewarding. However, being responsible to someone else can also provide structure, guidance, and clear expectations. And here we have a reading task: Economics and the Future of Companies. Read the text below and answer these questions. We have just 3 questions, so I hope it's not a big deal for you to manage these 3. How is the world of organized work changing? In what ways could your organization, company, or business school use the economics principle? What do you think are the disadvantages of the economics principle? Okay, guys, here we go with the reading task. Experts are forecasting that in the future companies will use the internet and the Wikinomics principle from wiki, the Hawaiian word for quick, and economics. This means collaborating with people outside the traditional corporate structure, letting people around the world cooperate to improve an operation or solve a problem, and paying them for the ideas. This is an extension of the trend of outsourcing, transferring some of the company's internal functions or operations or jobs to outside suppliers rather than performing them in-house. In other words, companies will no longer need to get all their knowledge from their own full-time employees. Here are two examples from Don Tapscott and Anthony D. Williams' book, Wikinomics: How Mass Collaboration Changes Everything. Red Lake, a Canadian gold mine, wasn't finding enough gold and was in danger of closing down. Then its chief executive held a talk about crowdsourcing. He decided to put the company's secret geological data on the internet and offered prize money to experts outside the company who could suggest where undiscovered gold might lie. People around the world turned out to contribute, and 80% of them turned out to be correct. The company's value has risen from $100 million to $900 billion. If Procter and Gamble is looking for a new molecule to clean red wine off a shirt, it can use its own scientists. But there are 1.5 million other scientists around the world. The company can offer payment for a successful solution and see if a scientist somewhere comes up with one. So here we have the answers. How is the world of organized work changing? The world of organized work is changing because companies are using the internet and the Wikinomics principle. They now collaborate with people from outside the company, often from all around the world. Instead of relying only on full-time employees, companies outsource tasks and pay external experts for their ideas and solutions. In what ways could your organization, company, or business school use the Wikinomics principle? A company or business school could use the Wikinomics principle by asking people outside the organization for ideas or solutions. For example, a business school could invite professionals to give online lectures or help solve real business problems. A company could run online competitions and rewards the best ideas from external experts or customers. What do you think are the disadvantages of the Wikinomics principle? One disadvantage of the Wikinomics principle is that companies may lose control over their confidential information. Another problem is that the quality of ideas from external contributors may vary and it can be difficult to choose the best solutions. In addition, full-time employees may feel less secure about their jobs. Check your understanding of some basic terms by matching up the following words and definitions. Autonomous, to delegate, function, hierarchy or chain of command, line authority, to report to. 1. A system of authority with different levels, one above the other. Example, a series of management positions whose holders can make decisions or give orders and instructions. 2. A specific activity in a company. Example, production, marketing, finance. 3. Independent, able to take decisions without consulting someone at the same level or higher in the chain of command. 4. The power to give instructions to people at the level below in the chain of command. 5. To be responsible to someone and to take instructions from them. 6. To give someone else responsibility for doing something instead of you. Here are the correct matches in order. Hierarchy or chain of command, then function, then autonomous, then line of authority, to report to, and the last one, to delegate. Do the following statements refer to the advantages of working in a big or a small company? 1. You are less likely to be affected by a big reorganization or downsizing or merger or takeover. 2. You are often responsible for a variety of different tasks. 3. You can actually see the result of your contribution to the firm. 4. You can be proud of working for a company with a national or international reputation. 5. You can become more specialized in your work. 6. You can probably change departments if you have problems with your colleagues. 7. If you have more independence and you don't always have to wait for permission from a superior. 8. You know everyone in the company and the atmosphere is friendlier. 9. You may be able to go and work in a foreign subsidiary. 10. Your company will probably be in a better position in an economic downturn or recession. And here we have the answers for the previous exercise. So 1 is small company, 2 is small company, then 3 is small company, 4, 5, 6 is big company, 7 and 8 will be small company, and 9 and 10 will be big company. And here we go with discussion questions. What are the benefits of working in a large company can you think of? Please list them. And the second one, what are the reasons why someone may prefer to work in a small company? What are the benefits of working in a large company? List of benefits. Greater job security, better salaries and benefits, clearer career paths and promotion opportunities, possibility to specialize in one area, strong company reputation, opportunities to work abroad, professional training and development programs, more resources and modern equipment. What are the reasons why someone may prefer to work in a small company? Someone may prefer to work in a small company because the working atmosphere is often friendlier and more personal. Employees usually have more responsibility and independence, and they can see the direct result of their work. Communication is faster, there is less bureaucracy, and people often feel more valued and involved in decision making. Next exercise, fill in the blanks. Complete the sentences with the correct word. CEO, department, intern, subsidiary, board of directors, employee, headquarters. The of the company makes the final strategic decisions. All marketing activities are handled by the marketing. N is usually a student or recent graduate gaining experience. The company opened anew in France. The approves major company policies and budgets. Each has specific tasks and responsibilities. Every must follow the company rules and policies. Fill in the blanks answers. CEO, department, intern, subsidiary, board of directors, department, employee. Thank you guys so much for watching. The next class will be about how to write a professional business letter. So I will give you some nice tips. So please hit the subscribe button and please follow me and keep writing some nice comments. Have a lovely day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.